Hi folks, I wanted to do a quick overview of the Roots template, especially if you worked with other products. And this may help in determining how to best create your layouts and work with the different components in the site. One of the things we've tried to do with the Gen 12 templates is reduce the amount of library assets. In other words, reduce the number of includes that we're using and only use them sparingly and in places where we know that either there is a lot of code to work with or the element is shared amongst all pages. So in this example, we have the website name and we have the menu bar. This is the header, and you'll find it in the library shared folder right there. And if you've worked with our previous templates, you'll notice here that we have only 4 library pages. Now, the menu side is only used in the Pro package where we have the 2-column left and the 2-column right. So the menu side is only used in certain packages, but the contact, the footer, and the header, they're used extensively throughout your pages. But there's only 3 of them now. So the header will update the website name and the menu bar. The footer will update, obviously, the footer. So I'll just scroll right down to the very bottom of the page here. This entire piece down at the bottom is shared by everybody. That's the footer. And right above it, we have this contact section, which is not used in all your pages, but a fair amount of them. If you want to have a contact form that's you can just easily redeploy to any page in your site. And that is in the contact library asset. So really, that is the only shared common assets amongst all the pages. We do have a couple of specific library assets that we share. And one is the sliders, and that's the Bootstrap slider, and that is the one that is used on your home page. So this piece right up here, that is the Bootstrap slider. That has its own library asset. And under the Pro package, in our galleries where we have the Portfolio Lightbox, the Masonry portfolio, and the Simple portfolio, because of the amount of HTML and content that needs to be updated, in order to keep things clean, what we've done is we have created an additional folder called Pages, and in there are any elements that are unique to certain pages. So the gallery asset, for example, that's named right after the gallery page. Portfolio Lightbox is named or used in the Portfolio Lightbox. So as you can see, the name of the folder in the Pages folder corresponds with the actual name of the page that is being used in the site. So for example, the index page, the only carousel, the only specific item we use is the info box carousel, and I have a separate tutorial on that. But deciding on what pieces to use from what pages, pretty much everything in the site is now interchangeable in terms of if we were to go into, for example, a history page right here, all the content in the middle of the page is actually unique to this page. There's no library item in the middle of the page. If you wanted to use this content somewhere else, you would literally go into the page itself and copy the content from the middle of the page or from the content area of the page here. You would literally copy that into another page. So you could just do that by selecting it and copying and pasting. So when it comes to determining what pieces to use and what not, the thing to consider is most of the elements are actually embedded in the page directly. The elements that are not on the home page, I mentioned the slider already. We have these info boxes here. That is a library asset, and you can use that asset in other pages if you want to. But that is one of the rare elements that we have now as an actual in-page asset. The other in-page assets would be, like I said, in the Portfolio Lightbox, the Masonry, and the Simple portfolio. Other than that, pretty much everything, every piece of content or HTML you see is actually unique to the actual page itself now.